So, welcome everybody to the third podcast. I'm so excited I've managed to get to number 3.
That's huge, I think, especially... Oh my god.
It's fun.
So awkward. The minute I know it's recording, I cannot be myself.
Okay, but let me just say it again. Welcome to the third podcast. And I'm Lisa Lieberman, and this is my friend, Adi.
Hi everyone, I'm Adi. Very excited to see your new pod.
Yeah, so the new pod, it's for Saturday the 23rd September 2023 at 8:49. That's the spring equinox in here in Johannesburg.
Thought as much.
And so my response, this is it. It's not very big.
Wow. Love the ducks. Is this representing getting your ducks in a row?
Totally.
Yeah.
That is what it is.
Resonating with that quite a lot, actually.
Yeah.
Love the colors as well, the pastels.
It is spring, so yeah, I really wanted to do something light and like proper, even if it's not big. That we're not at a stage where we can deal with big things. Well, I'm not.
Not just yet.
Not just yet, no.
Yeah, love the roundness of it as well. It's very light. I think that's got quite a spring tone to it. Very light, very fun and playful. And yeah, getting your ducks in a row. I feel like that's very relevant for all of us probably.
Yeah, because also, remember the first pot I did was a very Piscean pot. I had that whole, this is about Pisces. And it was also like a bit of a wobbly pot. I love my wobbly pots. But I just thought for this particular chart, the pot can't be wobbly. It has to be 100% on center.
Because it's also in Virgo as well.
Yeah. And so I've just chosen to highlight Mercury, basically. Not one particular sign, but Mercury. Because the way this chart is working is Mercury is the ruler of this chart. Mm-hmm. So the ascendant for this time, for this equinox, is actually in Scorpio. And
so what does that mean?
So the ascendant, like with the horizon, it's where's Scorpio now? There, ascendant 24 degrees of Scorpio. So that's our horizon point. And that, by rulership, one would say, oh, well, who rules Scorpio? It's Mars, right? Where's Mars? Okay, Mars is in Libra, okay, in the 12th house. So there's a few things that are having to be sorted. And who's the ruler of Mars? Well, the ruler of Libra is Venus. So where's Venus? Venus is in Leo. Okay, that's where Venus has been forever. In fact, my last podcast, Venus was at 14 degrees of Leo. And now she's at 18 degrees of Leo, and it's like 3 months later. So she's done the whole retrograde thing. But so she's in Leo, so where's the sun? The sun is in Virgo, because it's the spring equinox, and so is Mercury. And who rules Virgo? Mercury. So Mercury is what's called the final dispositor. It means there's only sometimes a chart like this where you won't have a chart like this if other planets are in their rulership. But no planet is in its rulership except for Mercury.
And isn't Mercury currently in retrograde?
Currently, but not when this chart...
Oh, right, okay.
Like while we're talking it is, because we're doing this in advance. In fact, the craziest thing about this chart is every single planet by this time, by the 23rd of September 2023, has gone retrograde except Mercury.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so Mercury, because I know everybody's like, at the moment while we're talking, Mercury's retrograde. Mercury is now direct as of September the 17th.
I see.
So this is for the September the 23rd, so it's literally 6 days. It's like a week. Mercury's been going direct.
Okay. Just
Venus has been also retrograde for like 40 days or whatever, but Venus went direct as of September the 5th.
Okay.
So and then all the other planets are retrograde. All the big planets are retrograde. Every
What does
single
that
one
mean,
of them.
archetypally?
So they are. What it means is, because I'll tell you which planets are retrograde at the moment on this day. Uranus. Then and they went, and this is the order in which they went retrograde. I put it into order. First Pluto, then Saturn, then Neptune, then Uranus, and then Jupiter.
Oh my
all
goodness.
went retrograde.
All of them.
All of them.
Wow.
So that's the status at that point in time. And the big planets going retrograde means it's time to review the big plans. And the fact that Mercury is the final dispositor and is now going direct means Mercury must get active and get the ducks in a row. So that could be whatever the situation is that is coming, the big things are coming, and it's very important at the moment to, as the spring comes, to clean out and just sort everything. And it's obvious. It's obvious what this
So
chart
does it
means.
represent maybe like the end of a cycle, or just kind of rounding everything up, bringing things to a closure?
You know what it is? It's like when we first started this, it was the equinox in March, right? And the theme was catch your dreams before they fly away. And it was all the planet that Piscean, and it was like, what is your dream? What is your dream? Okay? So I feel like the next part of it was like a huge push for putting energy into your dreams. And I did that with my friend Janet, and we called that episode Concretize Your Dreams. Okay, so put concrete into what your dreams are. And now, with this whole retrograde period, it's like, it's not a new phase, it's the same phase, but it's like those dreams are now going to start becoming a reality.
Okay.
But before they can, and that's why they're all retrograde at the moment. There's a lot of little details that need to be sorted out.
Reviewing, recycling, going through it.
Yeah, like recently we had an opposition between Saturn and in Pisces and Mars in Virgo. And that was quite a hard opposition. Saturn-Mars oppositions are hard.
Yeah.
And the big thing was like, what is the big picture? What are the details? What is the big picture? What are the details? And the stress that goes with the work, and the stress of understanding like how to get. So I feel, and then there was a hell of a lot of information. So I felt like I needed to just draw all these ducks. It was like there was nothing I could do more than just draw all these ducks. And they ended up being exactly 30 of them.
Oh, wow.
And without me trying.
That's amazing.
So they organized themselves quite well.
So the ducks got themselves in the row, actually.
Totally. Yeah, they got themselves in a row. Because, there's 2.5 ducks per sign, but I didn't work that out.
Just
just went with it and tried to get the vibe of what all these planetary bodies might be saying to each other, because they're all spread out over the chart.
Yeah.
There's 6 above the horizon and 4 beneath the horizon, and the moon is waxing. Okay, so
what does that mean when the moon is waxing?
it means that it's a good time to things are growing, things are happening.
Okay.
Yeah? So it's a good time to really get into sorting. I just think there's not a better time to sort.
Yeah, I definitely feel that personally in my life. It's like, especially when we get closer to spring, it's like you shedding, you getting rid of things, making space for new things. Also at the same time, bringing together everything you've been working on. It's like this time now to really put in the work. All the ideas were out there, so those dreams you spoke of. And now we're busy working them into our lives.
Totally. Yeah, and I think big changes are coming. To be as prepared as possible is like a wise thing to do.
Always.
So that we can ride it once all those big planets start going direct again. We'll feel a big wave of things changing. So
and that's so relevant
with
with
sort of
spring.
a grace period, little grace period where nobody's pushing you to get anything finished. You've got time to sorted out before you have to submit whatever it is you have to submit.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So, I don't know, I think that's like, I mean, I hope that always the work can speak for itself, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
That one day I can exhibit all these pots together and that there will be a common theme that runs through.
Yeah.
I now want to make ducks on another pot.
I mean, these ducks are so cute. I really love them. And I mean, I guessed it just by looking at it. So I think you definitely hit the nail. Is that how you say hit the nail?
On the head?
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, I mean, the message is coming across very clear, even for me, a very amateur astrologer, if you can even call it that.
It's so brilliant. Okay, so I think that's it. I think that's all I need to say about this pot. I'm just so happy to get
short
number
and
3
sweet,
done because that means stability. That means this little project of mine.
Yeah, because 3 is also like a triangle, and that's the most stable shape.
Yeah.
And that actually so Virgo as well, if you think about it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, Virgo is all about getting that practical stability going.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And you can even see that even in like the design, you know, these squares laid out next to each other. It also represents like tiles also, just getting everything in a row, everything coming to completion as well.
Because I don't often work like this.
Yeah.
I'm often all over the place.
Yeah, like if you look at the first part is like very fluid and it's like has a flow to it, and this is now very intentional, very direct.
It's like formal.
Yeah, it's very formal. That's a good way to put it.
It's a classic little formal shape, which and everything is like where it's meant to be.
Yeah, the ducks are definitely in their row. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you so much.
Course.
Thank you for watching. And please come and keep watching. Even if it's like amateur, please just keep watching.
Thank you.